Hello again. So we're moving on now to question 19, which is the second critical reasoning question on our free online assessment test for potential GMAT students. As you can see, there are 5 answer choices. They're all different, and this is what's called an assumption question. Now, an assumption, if you like, is a bridge between the author's premises and conclusion. Okay, so you must identify the conclusion and then see which answer choice, as I said, bridges that particular gap. Now, there's a dichotomy suggested by the author of this question: young people who spend all their time using these smart apps and those who do not. It's vital to spot such splits in GMAT questions, because very often we're going to create questions based upon that kind of dichotomy or comparison, for example. Now, as I said, to identify a necessary assumption in such a question, you must identify how the author introduces something new in the conclusion and kind of bridge that gap between the premises and the conclusion. Okay, so answer choice A. Surfing the internet has to be added to the scope of this argument for us to even consider answer choice A, and you simply can't do that. So A's out. Answer B is tempting because if we consider the opposite, i.e. that using such apps does indeed improve your young people's ability to concentrate, then the argument has a problem. However, we then assume that concentrate refers to reading texts such as books, and again, that's a step too far, so B is out. C is completely irrelevant, so let's move on to D. D introduces a causality that's interesting, but that has nothing, there's no relevance there to the author's reasoning or conclusion. A correct assumption will clearly link information in the premise part of the argument to the main conclusion. Yeah, so if you go down to answer choice C again and maybe take a screenshot and read it, you immediately see that a potential problem is removed from the argument if we assume E, because if young people as a group who do not spend all their spare time using these apps do not spend at least some time reading texts, written texts, then the conclusion absolutely fails, and hence E is indeed a necessary assumption. So maybe just take a few screenshots and check that for yourself. Thank you very much. Next question is question 20. If you have any questions regarding our services, please contact me directly, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you. Goodbye.